What's going on, guys? Hey, this is a little something different because I'm actually going to say, if you've not seen Roy's live from last night, go watch the first 15 minutes. Or at least the first 14 minutes. I mean, don't want to waste that other minute. But I mean, go watch it. Go watch it, and you will see what kind of person Roy is, and some people in his chat. I mean, he starts out, he's up there, he's the one, talking about letting it go, moving on from the drama. But then you remember, he never moves on from anything. He talks about the entire time. He speaks of drama the entire time he's up there on his panel by himself. Then he puts a link out there and invites people to come out, but don't talk about drama. Don't talk about drama. You don't want to hear about drama. Of course, Reese, if Reese clicks your panel and he comes up there, you've heard the shit he's doing in the past few days. Like that shit he's doing to Torp. Reese, I mean, Torp shit's fucking, I'm serious about this. I'm not big on offline shit or like going at people in real life. But at this point, Torp should sue the fuck out of you. You motherfucker. You see the little gravels? Yeah, like this motherfucker. I should sue him just like Torp should sue fucking Reese on that bullshit. I mean, Reese, that's a made-up video. You've been told that. Torp's got proof of that. And today you're still tagging people in that bullshit. It's like he's almost trying to run Torp off, and Reese ain't that smart. So there's somebody, you all know who I mean. There's somebody giving him little ideals to do shit. And, I don't know. But anyway, I want you all to go back and watch. I mean, seriously, if you get the time, you got an extra, 14 minutes really. Go back and watch Roy's. He sits there, talks about drama the entire time. Then he sits there, and this is showing the person he is. Now, he starts talking about letting it go again, letting it go. But ain't it funny, he could have let it go too. He could have let it go and just never watched Flex. If he didn't see the lounge, why did he care? He said, no one listens to that anyway. People know him. So why would he flag it? I mean, it's not like Roy's like making major money on that. And Flex is, he chopped it up. Out of a 3-hour video, he played 25 minutes. But again, it's Roy talking about all of us, especially Flex. So why wouldn't Flex? You say it, you should be, hell, you should have been happy, Roy. If you said all that shit, and you really meant what you said, you should have been happy Flex played it. I mean, shit, I hope you play this, Roy, I really do. I won't strike you, I swear to God. But here's the thing. Roy gets to a part, and he literally says this. Swear to God, he's like, oh, let it go. Your channel's gone, move on. That's the problem, these people can't move on. There's no getting the channel back, it's over, just let it go. It's time for the drama to stop. See, Roy's one of those people that when he does the, a really underhanded thing and sees how people like fucking turn against it, now of course Roy's like, oh shit, let's let this fucking go. Because Roy's, he don't want people to come back at him. But now here's another thing. See, Yep, I always thought Yep, I really did. I always thought Yep was a good dude, really did. Yep, he's in the comments. So when you do this, make sure you got the comments on too. And if you don't worry, I got them. But you see Yep questioning Roy about taking down the lounge. And Roy's, in his delusion, he's up there saying stuff like, no, I didn't take it. They say I took it down. I had nothing to do with the lounge. I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing. My strike did not take the lounge. Are you fucking stupid? Well, don't even answer that again, Roy. You and Reese, I swear to God, you belong together. Yeah, Roy, you can't. 3 strikes took his channel down. You were one of the 3. Then you sit there and you went on about Reese. This motherfucker right here, I'm telling you what, buddy, you've been a pain in the ass since. Anyway, must be fucking Reese driving that truck. But you sit there and talk about, what are they talking about, me and Reese? Me and him, we don't talk. We hardly, they sit there and act like we talk every day. No one ever said you guys talked every day. All we said was you guys collaborate. I don't give a fuck. No one cares if you talk to Reese. We said you talked to him to get, to figure out how to strike Flex to take his channel down. We know that because you told us that, Roy. You bragged about it. Then Reese confirmed the conversation of what you all were talking about. So yeah, that's what no one ever said like, oh, they're doing all that. See, that's the thing about people spinning like truth and, doing shit to fit their narrative. That's not us. But anyway, Yep was sitting there, acting like he just heard about Flex's channel, which he might have, I don't know. But then he congratulates Roy. He's like, hey, if you did it, congratulations. Or good for you, or I'm glad, or some shit like that. I can't remember the exact wordage, but that's what it was. And Roy again says, well, no, it wasn't me. I didn't take it down. No, it's he took it down. Excuse me. But then you had that Carrie chick. she makes a comment, and she says it's like, I can't remember if she said red light or stop sign, but she said it's like running a red light or a stop sign and a cop pulling you over and getting a ticket and you blaming the cop. But she's kind of right on that. She's kind of right. It'd be like if you was at a red light with a cop, right? And the cop pulls up beside him and he's revving up his engine and shit, and you know, he's trying to get you to drag race him, and you're like, really? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. Light turns green, you both take off, and he's fine with it. He's right beside of you doing the same shit you're doing the whole time. But then all of a sudden you start winning, you start getting the better of him, and you pass his ass. But now he's mad because you won. So he turns his lights on and pulls your ass over and tries to give you like a retaliatory ticket. That's what that's like, Carrie. Roy, again, the video he struck Flex from was his fucking words, talking about us. Talking about, I mean, saying all kinds of shit about Flex, a bunch of bullshit. He was proud enough to sit there for 3 hours saying, I own you, I own you, I own you, over and fucking over. And he put that up, but he just, you know, and he's talking, think about it now. He's talking to the people, you know, he's on to Flex, he's talking to other people, go to the lounge, he's talking to anybody like that, and he's saying it. So you would think that he would be glad that shit's being played. You know, thank Flex. You think he would thank him, like, hey, thank you, you know, more people see it now. I wanted people to see it. Because if you was, it's like if I was wanting to say something to Roy or Reese, and Roy or Reese was there and they started playing my stuff, I'd be like, oh, cool, thanks. Now I know they'll see it. I don't know. But again, it just shows you the people that are. Go back and just watch the first like 14 minutes of it and listen to the fucking, I mean, he's nuts. Oh, I had nothing to do with the lounge getting, that's not my fault. I did nothing. I had nothing to do with that. My strike had nothing to do with the lounge going down. Roy, you don't even believe that. You're trying to like justify, but everybody, see, that's the thing. That's the reason people need to keep, that's what my whole point was, of never letting people off the ropes, and you keep talking about it. Just imagine now if everybody would have stopped talking about this and moved on. Then Roy does that video saying that kind of shit, then people hear it, then they're like, well, okay, well, fuck, that must be the truth. That's why you keep calling out the truth, so people like Roy didn't, you know, tell all that bullshit, and the delusional people in his chat saying shit, people don't believe them. They can see for themselves, they can hear it, they can, you know, go back and look. But again, when it comes to Reese Torp, like I said, I'm not a big, you know, offline person, or, you know, like, hell, I don't strike channels. Like I said, Roy, any of y'all, play this shit, I don't give a fuck. But what they're doing to you, Torp, like Reese putting that video up again today, like a short, he's putting it up. He put up 2 about you, you know. He put the one up, and he's like, yep, see, there he's talking. It's a thing, a comment, Silicone. Silicone had left a comment on one of Torp, joking around, and Reese took it, and he's trying to say that's proof of some kind of, something about you and your, I don't know, Torp, they're trying to run you off. Like I said, that's somebody else telling him kind of what to do, and, you know, helping him out on that. Because think about it, ain't it funny that Reese never done none of that shit to you? He never done anything, but all of a sudden now you start coming around like the lounge and this side of things. Now you're being talked about and everything. It was the same about everybody. Same thing, like, think about it, that's what Cherry did to Thunder. When, you know, he couldn't, you know, get the high ground on Thunder, he just started saying, okay, I'll just start, you know, tagging people in his community, talking about his family, all kinds of other shit. But it didn't work out so well for him. So, you know, I don't know, Reese, you ought to rethink that. Like I said, putting that shit up about Torp, and you say you're the news channel, and you're this, you know, you research all your stories. Like people said, Reese, it's very, very simple to just, you know, blow up that video, take that right side of those 2 girls or whatever, and see which video that originally came from. It wasn't Torp. You can even, the people who watch it, you can tell. That's, I mean, do you think Torp, a guy that's been on the internet as long as he has, because that was a recent, you know, the clip they got of him wasn't that old, you know, the one they used of Torp. Do you think Torp, for one, Torp's not that kind of person. Everybody that knows Torp's, you know, he can say some crazy shit sometimes, but when there's like a real stand to take, Torp will take that stand, and he stands there, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't waver. Now, if it's light drama going back and forth, yeah, he might go to both sides, keep it going, because that's something minor. But something like this, that's, you know, kind of, you know, it went way overboard. He takes a stand. So people see that, and they're trying to get rid of him. So how they're trying to get rid of him, and they're trying to get him to, you know, almost Torp, what they want you to do, they want you to be like, oh my God, look what they're doing. I better quit. I better leave. I better, you know, stop coming to this channel. That's exactly what they're wanting. I mean, just don't give it to them. What you ought to give them is a goddamn subpoena. I'm telling you, when someone's trying to, you know, make up shit about you, I know the window's a little foggy, but I can't turn the little defroster thing on. It's kind of loud. Or it is for me anyway, I don't know. Turn on a little bit, I guess. But again, Torp, when someone's got to, go to those lengths, lying about you and keep putting up videos and stuff, you know what that means, Torp? That means you're winning. When someone takes your channel down and they strike your channel for playing the content they said about you, you know what that means, Flex? That means you're winning. When people in the chat keep talking about you all the time, wondering why you're talking about them, that means we're winning. That's what I'm saying. Those are the most delusional fucking people I've ever seen. And if Yep really didn't know about the lounge going down and everything, and he might not have, I don't have no idea, but what I'm saying is it's kind of funny. You hear about that, a channel you used to be on all the time, a guy that you said was your friend and you considered a real friend. So even if you was mad at that friend, why would you congratulate a guy for because you always said, oh, this shit ain't real. This is Yep's exact. Oh, this ain't real. No, I come on here to joke around. Nothing bothers me. I don't let nothing get to me. But after he said that, I watched him get on panels and say, I wouldn't piss on Flex if he was on fire. I said, dude, again, you act like you're this, you take this moral high ground, but you don't do shit. You do the same exact thing, but you're worse, Yep. Because again, somebody who acts like a friend, like you and Roy, then fuck somebody, that's worse. That's worse than Reese doing it. People like Reese, you expect it. People like Cherry, you expect it. But when you get friends that call you friends and look at all the shit that, Flex has helped Roy with. And I ain't even talking about monetarily. I'm just, not counting that. I'm talking about days of trying to help him with his computer, even though Roy was getting mad. And Flex had the patience of a goddamn, I don't know, it was amazing. I was watching that dude, how in the fuck are you doing this? But he done it. And he stuck it out. He helped him get it through. And Roy said thank you by taking his fucking channel off YouTube. You're a great friend, Roy. You really are. I don't know. But again, just when someone shows you who they are, we all knew this. People has warned us forever about Roy. Not just, I ain't talking about just Robert Bradley. Look how many people has done it. And when you see somebody, we should have, when you see somebody that they get mad at you, so they use the people who don't like you to try to get back at you, Roy telling upon his thing about, how he conspired with Reese to take down the lounge. He done that to hurt Flex. He done it. He didn't know Reese was going to tell the whole goddamn conversation where I don't care about Flex's ass. That's fucking ridiculous. When Reese says, oh, if you give him that strike, I'm giving him 2 more. I'm taking his ass down. I'm going to get his ass. Then Roy says, I don't care about his ass. That's the only true thing Roy said, and Reese has to tell it because Roy can't, the truth don't come out of Roy's mouth. See, Roy sits there and he's the one who spins things. Just listen to what he says. Again, my strike didn't have nothing to do with the lounge going down. I had nothing to do with that. See, he's trying to spin that to say oh, no, Flex did that. It was Flex's fault. I gave him a warning. But see, you keep saying that, Roy. And, you would bitch about the little pictures being drawn, like the little AI thing. You would cry about that one night, but then the next night you'd be on the lounge laughing your ass off saying, I don't care. I don't care. See, that'd be like me telling you all can play this video, and as soon as you put it up, I'm like, nope, then I strike you. And you don't hear me say nope. And I'm like, no, I told you. See, I don't know. Again, you guys are terrible people, but Yep, you really fucking surprised me on that one. I never thought. I thought maybe, Yep, you were just mad. And maybe, I don't know. Because out of anger, because even that time when you and Flex had got into it and you went over there and you was talking all kinds of shit about Flex at that moment, I was like, you know what, he's probably a little angry, he said shit out of anger. But this right here wasn't. This is you coming back finding out about something. You haven't been around, so you couldn't have been mad at Flex because you had no idea what's going on. So you hear about it and you congratulate the guy and sit in the chat and talk to a couple other idiots that's glad that someone, and the people, think about that, they're in the chat talking nothing but drama and talking about the other side, the one doing it. That'd be like us if we said stuff is like, oh, why are they talking about us? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? You don't hear us saying that because we know why. They say shit, we respond. When we respond, they respond back to that. It's like, it's not going to surprise me. I ain't going to be like, oh my God, look at, they're talking drama. Now, when you're the one saying that you don't talk drama and you do talk drama, of course you got to call that shit out because you're full of shit. I'm just saying, you guys got to really be careful who the fuck you trust here on YouTube. And I guess everybody knows that. But even the people you think you don't fucking know them. You don't know somebody until you see them, at their, I guess, their angriest. Because again, if Roy would have, struck the lounge down and it would have been a one-button thing and he couldn't take it back, you could say, okay, that was anger. But 10 or 11 days and he doesn't take it back and people is telling him all that shit, like, what are you doing? He knew how it looked and he's like, nope, sorry, can't do that. Yep, he's a piece of shit. Yep, I can't believe the shit you said either. That's amazing. It really is. Y'all have a good one. Roy, go fuck yourself. Everybody in your chat, go fuck yourself. The rest of y'all have a good one.